Welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest is redefining what confidence looks like in rooms where women are often expected to stay small. With 3 decades of experience leading in high stakes, male dominated spaces, she helps women speak up, set boundaries, and own their authority without over explaining and apologizing. We all need some of that. Through powerful coaching, bold conversations, and transformative workshops, she helps women claim their seat and keep it. Please help me welcome the amazing Samantha Kaye Harris. Welcome, Samantha.
Hey, Angel, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm excited to talk about everything with you.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. We just had a few conversations off topic, off everything, and have fallen in love with you. Too much fun. Cannot wait to hear this.
Yes.
All right. So you have spent how long doing what and what's getting ready to happen in your life?
Oh my God. So I've worked for the same company for 32 years. Same company. And when I came in, I was told collector, blah, blah, blah. But then they had this class. And I get so excited when I tell people about it. They had this class to teach you how to do construction work, where I'm sheetrocking, paving, concrete work, plumbing. So I took the class because I wanted weekends and holidays off to be with my daughter, to be with my family, because I didn't have weekends and holidays off. Such is life. So I took the class and I got the job. I got a Class A CDL because I drove heavy equipment. I learned to be an operator, and I've been doing that in leadership position now. So I went from being a, what we name it, general maintainer, assisting structural mechanics, plumbers, fitters. Yes, all of those things. Roofers, I've been on roofs. I've done it all. And I lay better concrete than most men, just to let you know. So that's masonry work. And now I'm in a leadership position where I run my own crews. And I now help supervisors when they first come in to be better supervisors. I do compliance. I also, yes, run the emergency unit. And now, oh, I've been doing that 14 years. I didn't say that. 14 years. And now I am retiring this year in April.
Yay!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited about it. Really am.
All right. So you have your own business though.
Yes.
And when did you start that business?
I started my business in 2022.
Okay.
Yes.
And what sparked you to start the business? Because come on, some had to flip that switch. I mean,
Well, let me
otherwise,
tell you, I had to just cross my legs here because I'm about to tell you all the things, all the tea. When 2022, we had more women coming in from the outside where it was never women before.
hmm,
Women were not in structural maintenance in the job that I come in, that I'm in. And now I'm in a leadership position and I see that these women face the same challenges that I was facing, but the difference is they had me to talk to. I didn't have me. I didn't have anyone. So now these women, which let me tell you, have all gone on to leadership positions and are now mechanics, not just general maintainers, because they had the support system, because they had someone to bounce off what was happening, those microaggressions being talked over, laughed at, being told their safety issues were not important. And I realized that women in different areas of expertise that worked in jobs that were male dominated, especially in the trades, needed the support, needed community. So that's what sparked, because you need that. And you women are leaving. They go in and they become part of these teams and they don't have anyone that relates to them. So they walk away from big money that's on the table. They're walking away from money that they can take care of, buy houses, and they don't have to sit and wait for someone to give them a hope that it's going to work out. They can become specialists. So why walk away from that? Because women leave within the first 3 to 5 years when they work in trades.
wow. And that's today. I mean, that's just 2026. Come on.
Yes.
I mean, you wouldn't think that they would still have to deal with all the harassment and everything that else is going on behind the scenes sometimes that they're still having to deal with.
You would think not, but just because, and this is what I've learned over time, just because we've aged and we've grown and we've matured doesn't mean that their household that they grew up in changed and matured and grew. And this is what the patriarchal system has taught us, that these men were always in charge. And just because it taught us and we grew and we learned that we get to have a voice and we get to stand up and we get to own our space, doesn't mean that their family dynamic shifted and changed. So they're not changing. And this is a boy's world. And even I'm going to say that's why I work with women in trades and women that are really hands on, because it's different for women in the C suites than it is someone on sites and in the field. Because HR deals with cubicle problems, they don't deal with on site problems where they have a different type of microaggressions that they face. So learning that and understanding that would allow HR to step in differently where we all get to grow and change and shift.
Wow. Do you do a lot with HR, giving them the knowledge that needs to happen
Yes.
to actually make that transition for these women who are stepping into these roles that they have every right to be in?
Yes, I do. I work with the women and I also work with HR because that's where the shift comes. It has to start. You always hear shit rolls downhill. Can I cuss? I just want to make sure I can cuss. All right. So, um, and it starts at the top. So we have to fix HR first so they can understand that when someone says, oh, well, we just asked them to pick up a piece of equipment, you're asking a woman to pick up the heaviest piece of equipment where men usually do it together, but to teach her a lesson to keep her mouth shut, or you're asking her to go get the coffee. And when she's asking for training on machinery and you say no, Angel, is funny because when I first started operating, I was told no. I mean, no, 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 no. What do you need to do that? You don't want to do your job. Get a broom. Why you want to be over here? But it was one man who was like, Samantha, and I'm going to say an ally because he saw potential in me. Not that he didn't have sexist, chauvinistic tendencies too, but it was the way that I showed up that impressed him, that allowed him to say, you know what, Samantha, come on, let me show you. Let me teach you. Let me allow you to do what you want and become who you want in this field.
Wow.
That's the difference.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes,
I mean, he had to step out of his comfort zone too,
he did.
and I'm
And
sure he took some backlash for it too.
yes, he did, to be very honest. Um, when I think back, what he did alienated him from his peers. And these were guys that he ate with, drank with, hung out with. And to be honest, when you go into these environments where you're the first, only, or few or one, a lot of times you eat more and you drink more and you gain weight just like I did. I mean, I was 60 pounds overweight because I was wanting to fit in, wanting them to accept me, but they still wouldn't give me opportunities. They only allowed me to be where they thought I fit in.
Mhm.
And that's where the shift had to stop. It had to be a change.
So let's talk about change and the mentality that you actually had to have to go into work every day to deal with what you dealt with and how you handle that with women today because it's all mental.
Yes. It's all mindset every day. And I'm not going to tell you that I walked in and I was confident from the very beginning. I was confident in the abilities that I had to do the job. But to be there and to stand when everyone else is looking at you crazy, it does shatter your confidence a bit. So my
Mhm.
confidence was shattered. And walking in there, and I was sad, but I wanted my money. See, that's the key. Wanting your money, wanting your benefits, and what am I going to go back to? That's why I tell people too, or a little bit leaning a different, that you get to choose this. You get to choose that you can make just as much money as everyone else. No one gets to choose that. And that was the shift in me, that I didn't want to make less. I didn't want anyone dictating to me. So I had to tap into what's best for Samantha. And that's hard,
It is.
especially if you weren't taught that. My parents was married. My father was the head of the house, even though my mother worked. She came from a generation. My mother was born in the 40s, in 40. My father was born in 32. So it was a different era that they were born up. And of course, I picked up what I saw, what I was taught. So going into this environment where it's men, you learn to listen, behave, be still. And one of the guys, and I consider him a friend to this day, just sit there and look pretty. He said it as a joke, but those jokes keep women from showing up. So learning that I wanted more. Learning that, hey, Samantha, you get to decide this. You don't have to sit there and be pretty, girl. You can sit there and be pretty and know and ask for what you want. And that was me doing the work. I was doing the work when I didn't even know what the work was.
Mhm.
I was.
That is amazing. So I wanna go back to another dynamic that you brought up, if you don't mind.
No.
What did your parents think of you in this industry?
My father thought I had lost my damn mind. He was like, "Why would you wanna do that, baby girl? Why would you do that? Why you can't just go and sit?" He didn't even want me to leave being a toll collector. A toll collector, you outside, you're facing the elements, you're doing all of that, but that was more feminine. They didn't know what was happening to their child. They thought I was losing it. I think they were thinking identity, like sexual identity, like what's happening? Why would you want to wear steel toe boots? Don't you want to wear shoes? Oh my goodness, you're gonna look like this. But it was me making myself financially comfortable and having weekends and holidays off. That
Mhm,
was big for me. They didn't think because I wasn't raised. I was raised to play the piano, go to ballet lessons. I was in beauty pageants.
mhm.
So what the hell is happening here?
I spoke to a friend today, and that was, like, one of the topics that we actually spoke about, is that we're doing stuff that we were told don't do, sit and be pretty just like you said, and, that is one of my favorite songs. That song, "Sit and Be Pretty." Have you ever heard that
I've
song?
never heard that song before.
Oh, you have to
Ne
hear the song because it's a defiant thing for "Sit and Be Pretty." It's so good.
I love that. I definitely it's gonna be on my list of songs to listen to. Yes.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite because it's like she just is trying to break through the barriers of doing what people think that she should do for a living.
Isn't that craziness that there was a place that we were told to be and we said it or we allowed ourselves to? But I remember being a child and I've always had this voice and I've always been strong. And my father used to speak, you gotta learn. He didn't do it because he didn't want me to have a voice, because he told me I could do anything, be anything. It was a way of protecting me because he knew the
Mhm.
world wasn't ready for a black girl like me.
Right.
And he gave me this chewing stick. It was supposed to keep you calm and relaxed and things like that. He was from Birmingham, Alabama, and this is what he did for his child, his only girl, his baby girl. And that kind of conditioned me too for a long time, because this is what you're supposed to be and do when you're supposed to ask permission to.
Yep.
But shifting and learning, like, hey, I can ask for what I want. I don't have to be. My mother was always the caregiver showing up, and it followed me even into my career.
Mhm.
And I see that happens to so many women. They have children, they're coming in, and they have to give so much to be accepted. You don't have to do all that. You can
Mhm.
save that for home if you choose to. You
Right.
get to just show up here with all the value that you bring to this job. And women bring so much value because we see things different. Our perception of jobs are different and how we should show up. So we teach a lot without saying a lot. So
Mhm.
being that is enough. And that's what I allow women to recognize and see, that their value is more than enough. And learning that shift, that mindset, be it all to everyone, is unnecessary. Be it all to yourself.
Mhm. And going back to the value, so I had something, it was like the North Star, and somebody ex Angel explained what that is because it didn't have the compass of north, south, east, west on it, and I was like, "That's the North Star," and they like, "Oh, explain it to me." They were pretty young, and I'm like, "Oh," it I said, "Basically what that means is what everything you do it for your family and for a reason, and that's exactly what you're doing, and that is exactly what you're teaching other women to do."
Yeah, do it just for you and you
Yeah.
first. I don't think we do that enough as women for
Yeah.
ourselves
Mm-mm.
because we feel we're going to be judged, looked at different. Oh my goodness, what type of woman would do X, Y, and Z? Just like I was being judged when I first came in here by my parents, them not understanding
Right.
or understanding that, look, I needed a job. They told me I needed a job. They told me to get a job with benefits too, because I was a hairdresser first, just to let you know. So now I done switched careers, did all this stuff. But I digress. Now I get to decide this, and I wanted it, and I enjoyed being in it. But it was those naysayers
Mm,
that had that doubt creep in where you couldn't just be in it fully. You had to be what everyone else said, that questioned my abilities, wanted me to show them and prove to them that I was everything and I could be everything. And they wasn't even related to me. They were just coworkers.
so, talking about your younger self, what would you go back and tell your 18-year-old self?
I would tell my 18-year-old self to trust me. Trust you. Trust everything that you are right now. Stop looking around. I remember I was a looker around, like to see, so that, hey, I wanted to fit in to
Mm,
this box. I did at 18. I wanted to be accepted. And not that I wasn't loved, but sometimes we get so caught up looking around instead of looking within. We miss it. That's what I would tell me.
wow, I love that.
Uh-huh.
Stop looking around. Mm,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
All right. What about a key strategy that you've used in business that has helped you move the needle of your current business that was a game changer even?
Okay. Learning to speak directly to the women because I tried to fancy around it again, looking around, seeing what everybody else doing instead of minding my business, which was me.
I think that's a woman thing.
Yeah.
Why not?
Like what's happening around
I
me and
think
how's
that's what
everybody? Yeah. But being able to talk to my people, being able to talk to the women that I serve, that I love, that I see could do and be so much more and
Mm,
giving them what they needed and not everybody, not trying to let the world be okay with what I'm saying and doing, but being just who I am for them so that they would know just being who they are for themselves. That allowed me to move the needle. That allowed me to be seen. It allowed my ideal client, the women in trades, to be seen and to know that it was okay.
yeah. And I love the fact that you're going into HR to assist them in helping these women because they have to communicate different with them. They have to give them information to support them of what they want and what they're doing.
Lem- When I think about HR and I have friends in HR, so no shade to them, but they don't get it. And I need them to open up their minds past saying what's going on at the table.
Yeah.
When you're walking outside of that and you can see because that's that gap. It's a gap that's missing. That's where everyone falls inside. And that's why so many women leave. So they're not getting the money. You're losing out on talented women. Your projects are being slowed down. Them understanding what is happening in the field, in the mindset of not just the women, but the men that's making these women feel they have to prove themselves. So women knowing that they don't have to prove themselves, and men understanding that you shouldn't make anybody want to prove themselves, and HR understanding that that is a microaggression that actually happens. But and not just, oh well, that's really not that bad. It is when you work on a site. So I need you to come out. Come talk to me. Come see me. Let's go out there. That's the missing part. Everyone think they understand unless they actually go out there and get it and be able to have the conversations and be open to hearing. And that's going to break that, excuse me, take that gap. Instead of having it so wide, it's going to shorten it and shorten it. And just watch how your jobs, and when a job company gets a reputation that is not good for women, you miss out on opportunities. I know the world is changing, and um, hey, we don't want so many women. We don't want this. They say they do, but they want that government money too for us. So if you want to keep us, you better learn to work with us because we're here to stay.
I love the fact you brought up the government money because they get grants and money back from the government by having women employees who do trades. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes, and yes, and yes, yes. They do. So they can sit and act like they're not getting anything and that this world has changed so much that they don't get money for it, but they still do, because if
Mhm.
they didn't, we wouldn't have um women owned, minority owned businesses still attached to different companies, and learning that in itself is just as important because it's there for that reason, because they're getting something. If you write a contract or if you see a contract written, they're requesting that you have a women-owned business, or you're requested that you have a minority or a veteran-owned business inside of it, because they're getting money, but they lose these women, so they don't get as much money. So they push for that 30% or whatever from the government for that is requested from the government, but they don't actually keep them because women are leaving.
So let's talk about the leaving part for 3 to 5 years. About what is the percentage that are leaving? Are we more than 50% leaving? What's going on there? Do you have some stats?
Yes, more than 65% of women leave with this within the first 3 to 5 years because of the personal not understanding. Women leave because not understanding themselves, what's going on, why they doubting themselves, why they have this fear, why all of these things that they were unshaken to go out and go after is happening now. It's the professional part of it, the company's not doing their part by helping to bridge the gap between the men and the women so that they can work together successfully.
So let's go to the company side. Let's just go to that company side for a minute. Not only are they losing the employees, they have to think of the fact that they're losing an employee that are fabulous, who are really good at what they're doing. And what is the cost to hire a new employee?
Two times the person's salary that they have lost. That's what they're losing. So every time a woman leaves, you're paying some to onboard, benefits, training is two times what you would have paid this woman to learn. And if she's skilled and have gotten certifications and learned how to do things, you're also losing that. So that's three times what a person is making.
Okay, so I'm gonna toot your horn a little bit. Guys, I do not know the stats of none of these. We did not talk numbers before. So in your position that you're in, what is the percentage of women that are leaving?
Okay, so in the position that I am in, the women that are leaving is probably about 98%, since it's only two or three.
So they stay, 98% stay.
98%. No, 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 no. They leave, so I have it backwards.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
what I'm asking is 98, so what percentage under your regime, and
Oh,
how you do it?
none
What?
of them
That's
have
a good
left. Not
question.
one, not
None.
one, not
That's what I
one.
thought.
Because it's a difference when you have someone that you can talk to, that you can speak to, that gets and understands the challenges that you face every day, that can help you understand that that's not your business. First of all, that mindset drama that you're having and what they think about you is actually your superpower. You're their kryptonite. So I need you to stand in that and be everything that they say you are. Allow that to sit with you and be okay with it. So now that takes that away, that anxiety, that anxiousness when they're in the field and they're trying to lift more. What you trying to lift more for? That's not your business. Put it down. They're not doing it. What are you proving? So having that person that they can communicate that with, game changer.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, "Yeah, no, they're not leaving. They
No,
have you. They
no,
have you."
they're not leaving. I had that all mixed up. We talked about loss and gain
Good.
too fast. I was like, ah, but no, they're staying. They are staying and they're enjoying what they do. And not only just staying, they're going after the higher paid positions. They're becoming leads on jobs. They're becoming, hey, supervisors running the joints.
Yeah. And what you've done by doing that is you've created a team of women who support one another, I'm sure. So with you leaving and retiring, I am sure that they are just being mini yous around the world.
They are only, and I laugh. I'm being honored for leadership by the Network of Black Employees at my job. So the Martin Luther King Leadership Award, and I look at that, and I look at these women now that are becoming leaders, and then wanting to stand where I am or sit in my chair that I sit in because they've seen the changes and they want to continue this change and continue this growth as we move forward in this world, because this would shift and change the world when we're able to have the open conversation. So these women are like, yes, let's do it. And they're going after the jobs. They're not afraid. I remember them saying, oh, well, it's no big deal. They're not going to give it to me. And I hate the shoulder shrug. So that's one thing I talk to them about, that shoulder shrug. What are you shrugging for? No more shoulder shrugging. How do you know what they're going to do? Depends on how you show up.
Yeah. Congratulations on your award.
Thank
That is
you.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was pretty shocked when I received it, or it was announced that I was nominated and then was going to receive it. So I was like, yes, this is turning out to be amazing 2026. I have my book that's going to come out. I have so many things that was going to help shift and change how women are seen.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is key. How we are seen, how, we expect other people to respond to us too is key, and not being the sweet girl who just sits there and deals with it.
Yeah. Who cares what they think of you? That's my favorite. Why are you in their business? That's my favorite thing. Why are you in their business? What they and how you know? Did you actually ask them, or is that what society has said? That's what men think. So them understanding that is key to them not surviving. I hate that survival word. Oh, they need to survive. No, they don't need to survive in their jobs.
Mm-mm.
They need to learn and grow and thrive. So that's the most important thing. All that other stuff that they're trying to label you with, surviving and oh my goodness, and how no, she's doing it. She's becoming, she's allowing, she's taking over because we
Mm.
have the right to.
So the next question I want to put off in two folds for you, if you don't mind.
Okay.
One is entrepreneurs. What do
Yes.
you wish that they would kick to the curb and stop believing?
That, honestly, let me tell you, that is easy because it's not. It's not. It's entrepreneur stuff is not, but it's worth it. Every step that you take is worth it and that you can do it. So I need you to know that it's not easy, that it's not going to jump in your lap, and someone's not going to give you everything you're looking for. You're going to have to work at it. You're going to allow yourself to stretch more than you've stretched your entire life. You're going to learn things about yourself and who you were and why you're doing what you do, but it's so worth it to get on the other side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's it. Because so many of us believe that, "Oh, it's just gonna happen.
No.
It's just gonna fall down."
No.
My favorite thing is if something happens and falls in your lap, the question is, what did you do previously to have that happen? Maybe you did something 10 years before that you didn't expect, and you were sowing seeds, and you reap the harvest 10 years later, but
Come on.
outside don't see that always. They
Right.
just see, "Oh, look at her, look at what happened."
It happened overnight. Oh my God, she's an overnight sensation. What work did you put in?
That's right.
But I want people to know it's worth it. So
Mhm.
it's worth it, every bit of it. Not just because you have a thriving business and you making money,
Right.
because you learn so much about yourself.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to flip that a minute and I want to go to a woman who's in trades.
Okay.
What do you wish they would kick to the curb?
That that shoulder shrug, that damn thing gets on my nerve.
I
No.
don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. The shoulder shrug.
They go, they,
Oh,
they,
that.
I want them to get rid of the defeatist attitude when things don't work out, because we get to change it. No one gets to control us. We control ourselves, and learning that if we change the way we think, that's going to change. And that's by the way you feel about yourself, meaning that emotion. When I say feelings, that happiness, that sadness, that doubt, and we learn to understand that that's because of a thought that we're having, and that we get to change and shift that and not become what society says and shrug it off like, it's okay, they're not going to give me the opportunity. Oh, I'm a woman. Stop allowing what the world, you think the world believes of you, to hold you captive in this little circle. You get to be bigger than that. You are bigger than that.
Mhm. Way bigger. And so that shoulder shrug means so much that you said. I was like, "What shoulder shrug?" That one, I get it now. The
Yeah, it's like,
"Uh, it's not
ain't
gonna
nothing
happen." That's
been.
how they feel. It's
Yeah.
so
It's giving them onus. It's giving the men in that environment the onus that they can control it instead of you having any control, not even of yourself.
and it's also, but it's doing that 100%. It's also, instead of speaking failure, you're showing it.
Yes. Yes.
You're
Also,
showing the failure
and they
and
see it
defeat.
without you saying it. They see that.
Mhm,
Let's not stop showing that.
mhm.
Honey, you hold your head up high and you walk through it, and you may feel 100 different things, but you get to feel them and you get to talk about it. That's why community is so important, and move forward.
Because most of them are doing it for their family, and they
Ooh,
have to understand it, that's what they're doing it for. So let's bring up family a little bit and balance.
yeah.
It's my favorite thing. Is there such a thing? And if there is it something that we can accomplish, or is it something we need to roll with?
I balance, it depends on you. It depends on your upbringing. It depends on how you shape your family dynamics. To be very honest, I had a client, boxing referee. How many women you know? Professional boxing referee. Come on, somebody. Shout.
I do have somebody who was a 5 foot, I believe, um, photographer for all
See,
the big time boxers.
come on, somebody. She's probably been in the ring with my client,
Yeah.
and that she was trying to do it all and be it all, and it was wearing on her where she thought she may have to leave. But
Mm,
once we worked together and she was able to, hey, put up a calendar. I can't be it all to young adults and a husband. Everyone has a position in this house that they have to play this, so we all can achieve our goals. And understanding that you are just as important, that's the balance, because now you learn to align with who you are, and you get to go after your dreams while still helping in a balanced way. So it depends on you, and depends on your family, and it depends on how you communicate with them. And I know it's hard sometimes when we don't know what to say or how to say it, but you get the opportunity to start loving on you enough to speak up even when it's hard. That's the shift in the family. When we're not just loving on one person, somebody gets a wall of love. Usually, as women, we're taught to love on the husband, love on our maid, love on the children, and we forget to love on ourselves. But that's
mhm,
when it changes. The family dynamics change when we start loving on ourselves as women first. Because first of all, we teach the children how to do it. Then we treat person. We teach him how to treat us because we're treating ourselves better.
it's that self-care that we all need to adapt
Yes.
and, move forward.
Yeah, that self-care, I think that's what happens. People mix up that self-care and that self-love. But once we start figuring out that self-love comes first, and then it's automatically self-care comes because now we give a damn enough about ourselves to show up 110%. Like, hey, no, we can't do all of these things, but these are the important things, and this is what we're going to work on. And no, I can't be there for that, but we're here together.
So we were talking a little bit earlier, and I'm going to bring it back up because you just glowed like there was no tomorrow that, you're going to be retiring soon.
Yes.
And how are you going to balance those grandbabies, business? I mean, right now you're balancing your full-time job, your amazing full-time self-employed business that you run,
Yeah.
and also you are actually still a grandmother and a mother and having so much fun doing that. So you're balancing 3 things. What's gonna happen when you retire?
When I retire, I am going to learn to take that time back first for me, because that 8 hours or 13 hours and sometimes 24 hours out of my day that I give to a job, learning how to take that and implement it into my life without giving that time away to someone else because people think you have more time. So then you become unbalanced.
Okay, wait. You just nailed it. Boom. Let's 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 just nail that right now because you just nailed something big and you are preparing for it.
Yes.
The fact that people think because you work from home, you have your own business, that you are available 24/7.
No, absolutely not. Because the way I'm figuring it now is once I don't have to get up at 10 minutes to 4 every morning, that means that I get to sleep a little later. I get to read in the morning. I get to meditate. I get to just be before I get out of the bed and put my feet on the floor. But that doesn't mean that I have to. And listen, love my grandbabies, do anything for them. Trust me, trust Christmas was good to them. But I still get to have my time and I get to choose how much of that I give away and how much I give to my business. Will I probably do more, be more involved in my business now? Meaning that I can travel more for my business, that I could give to my nonprofit that I have also and build that so that I can help young girls that want to be in trades. I do, but I get to decide out of that day that I usually have that 8 hours for a job, which parts of it that I give to what parts of my businesses and what part I give to my family and
Mhm.
absorb all of the good stuff for me and preserve me.
Okay, you just brought up 2 things that we're gonna talk about. Number 1, I get to is some of my favorite verbiage that I believe every woman needs to adopt.
Yes.
I A little girl lived next door to me, and she was coming out, going to school, and I asked her, I said, "Where are you off to?" She goes, "I get to go to school." And I'm
Yes.
yeah, she was so excited, and that I get to just resonated so much with me that it is my go-to word.
Angel, let me ask you why. Why is that I get to so I know you interviewing me, but I just want to know why does I because I know why it resonates with me, but why does it resonate with you? I just need to know. Let's see.
Because of the fact that I have that freedom to choose. Number 1. Number 2 is the fact that when you get to do something, you are giving yourself permission and not allowing the outside world to force you to do something that you don't want to do.
Exactly. And you know why it resonates with me, everything that you said?
Mhm,
Because I remember thinking I didn't have a choice, that I had to do, that I needed to do, that it wasn't about me at all. It was about
mhm,
everyone else than me. I know it's a lot to do with people pleasing and all the other things
mhm,
that we've been taught to do and be as women. But
mhm.
learning that you have a choice in it, Game changer.
100%. Yeah, I get to is I even own a website, haven't even put it up yet. I get to just because I think it has to be a book. I don't know.
It
So
needs
anyway,
to.
all right. So the other thing you brought up is your nonprofit. Tell us about your nonprofit.
I know. I just kind of skimmed over that. Yes, because I haven't had as much time to pour into it as I want to.
Okay.
My nonprofit is for young girls and women to teach them trades, to allow them to not just about trades, but about themselves. This is going to allow them to step into this world that's ever changing and not be forced into jobs that don't fit them because they don't want that. And that they also, the world, like you said, AI, you and I were talking about AI is changing the dynamics. And why should you settle for pennies when you can get dollars and gold coins?
Mhm. Yeah.
And that's so important to have a choice in this world that you get to choose to. You get to, and you have avenues to learn how to. So I want young girls and women to come in and learn skills from just like I did. I went in my company offered this, but now besides in the school, schools have vocational schools and things like that. Now you have women who have been out in the world and now they want to do something different, or young girls that's not sure what they want to do. Now they get to come in, and now I have instructors coming in, teaching them, showing them, and have companies lined up to help them get into these jobs that they want or build their own business. To tell you the truth, if they want their own construction company, they can have that. They get to
Game
have that
on.
too.
Game
Yes.
on.
So all of these things are inside of my nonprofit.
All right. Again, I'm going to split this next question in two parts for you, if you don't mind. A woman standing on the edge saying, I want to start my own business. What would you tell her to do?
I would tell her, honestly, I would ask her first, why haven't you?
Mm,
And then I would tell her, let's go for it. Let's do it.
mhm. Something had to happen all the time.
Yes. Like, why
Something had
haven't you?
to.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep. The other thing is we have a woman who's in the trade business. She's ready to throw in the towel. She's had it. What would you tell her?
Come see me. You want to talk to me? Let's talk about it. Let, let's figure it out. Let's understand what's going on.
Mhm.
Because if are you leaving because of you just don't like the work? It's no longer for you. So always got to be a conversation with me. It can never just be one thing because I need to know first. I have to ask you the questions because sometimes we don't ask ourselves the questions. That's why it's so important to have community. To like, why are you leaving? Is it something you don't like? Is it something that's being said? Is it a feeling? Or what that's making you leave something that you adore and love?
You make me wanna shrug my shoulders because I know somebody would go, "Mm,
They would, and I would be like, "What does that mean?"
all right, I wanna pull back some curtains. I wanna look what's going on behind those curtains in April and beyond."
Mm, April, I am retiring. April 24th, 2026 to be exact. I'm down to 109 days, I believe, at this point. 109 days left. And when I walk out of that door, ah, first of all, it's not going to be an easy door to walk out of. I've been there for so long, and I've had the department I work in, anyone that comes in new, if they're coming off the street or if they've been promoted into a position of supervisory position, they come through my program. So I've seen so many young men turn into amazing supervisors. I've seen births of children, marriages. So they are my extended family. And I think I was even saying at one point, I see the dynamic change, from old school to new school to these young men who want to know the difference, that want to have the conversations where old school didn't care. So being able to see that, and it's going to be an emotional April for me, but is also going to allow me to open my doors wider for all the things that I love to do, all the women that I want to support, all the businesses that I want to see change so that they can keep and retain the women, so that they can retain some of the monies they're losing.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big difference, but I am taking vacation just to let you know. Let the world know.
Are you
Yeah.
going somewhere fun?
My plan is to go to Italy.
Oh,
Yes. The day I walk out, I want to be walking out into a plane. That's going to make me feel better because I'm going to be really sad. Yes, so I want to go. And then I'm going to come back. And don't forget, I'm going to come to New Orleans. I'm not playing all the things.
I'm
I'm about
coming.
that life.
Mhm.
And just decide where I want to be from there. I'm not settling in one place, right this moment. I wasn't that woman that decided, like, hey, when I retire, I'm going to live in the Carolinas or I'm going to live in Birmingham. I'm choosing and I'm making a choice to decide as I go. And if that means Airbnb it a few places here and there until I decide where I want to be, then that's okay with me.
Mhm. 3 months here, 6 months here,
Yeah,
whatever you wanna do.
I
Mhm.
get to decide that. Only thing is I worry about, leaving the grands and I want to be close to them.
You can fly back anytime.
But I get to choose to do that. And I get to hang out with them and just do the fun things that grandparents do. Like, yes, let's go. Let's have fun.
Mhm. The I get tos.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Now we've already learned so much unexpected from you. However, I wanna be shocked and awed. Tell us something about you that we would never think.
Something that you would never think.
Surprise
Um,
us.
uh, let's see. That's so many things. Well, that I'm not married and that and that I don't like dating apps, but I'm on one anyway. So those are big things that you would never guess that.
I can't see myself ever doing a dating app, but so tell me about the dating apps.
The dating apps. Honestly, I'm writing about it in my weekly newsletter that I send out. It is funny. I haven't been actually out on a date because I can't get past some of the I, women of a particular age. Men think the first thing they're supposed to say is about their stomach and how hungry they are. What are you doing? Your stomach is not small. So what are you doing in between dating and meeting me? Are you not eating? Like, what's happening? So I have all these concerns. So I haven't met that person,
Stop laughing.
but those are the things. And no matter how honest and transparent you are, you know, I haven't met one person that hasn't said that they don't want stress or problems, and they lead with that instead of saying who they are and what they want and what they're going to bring. And I asked the man on one of those apps, like, hey, well, you're saying you want, what are you bringing? And he got a little offended and blocked me.
Yay.
And I'm like, wow, I thought that was strange. He was like, well, if I'm asking for it, then I must be bringing it. So just learning this whole new dating thing that's new for me on this app. I'm still hoping to, hey, sit at a bar or at the dinner when I go to dinner and sit at the bar instead of at a table or meet someone, or if I'm at a convention or if I'm at, a networking event, meet someone. But I'm allowing the universe to open up and to bring who I want and who wants me. So we meet in the middle together.
So I was at a conference and this one guy teaches this very adamantly, and hopefully I get this right how he says it. Um oh, just asking people, so what do they do and what are they working on right now that is exciting for them?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
What are you working on?
That's
That's something
exciting because you could be working on something that's not exciting. So what
that
are
is
you
true.
working on that's exciting?
I like that. I like that. That's my next question to someone. Yes. So that might surprise you that I only eat vanilla ice cream. I don't like any other flavor. Chocolate once in a while. I never eat. I'm not eating no pecan pies and no pecan and no cookies and cream. I'm not doing any of that. So that might surprise the audience too.
That is so funny. Okay. So I haven't had this much fun in a long time, okay? Just telling you.
Uh,
All right.
huh. I'm glad
So
we're enjoying each other's company.
we are. We
Yeah.
are. All right, let's pump up the volume some more. All right. Give me some music.
Okay. I like, let me tell you, I love anything that empowers women. I like Kelly Price. I like Kelly Price, Kelly Clarkson. They have some empowering songs. Beyonce. They have songs that's gonna move the needle, get you inspired, and get you going out here. There's the names of songs. I'm not good at it yet, but I'm gonna tell you, if you listen to them, they have anthems that's gonna make you know that you can, you will, and you're able to. And plus, I got a song that I have wrote the lyrics to that's out now. I'm going to have to share it with you because let me tell you, if you, especially if you're a woman in a male dominated industry where these worlds was not made for you, you're gonna be inspired to step into it, hold it tight, and just like, this is what's making me walk in this building, and I don't have to be armored up. All I can do is walk in because I'm amazing.
Mhm. And I'm just gonna say this right now because I don't think that our entrepreneurs understand that entrepreneurship is still a male dominated world.
It is.
And we are still on a cutting edge. We haven't surpassed them in numbers. I need you guys to understand that. So I mean, I have walked on stages and have been looked at, I know, and it's like, okay, deal with it, part of life. Okay, here I am,
Yes.
but that's who we have to become. And I'm saying that only because people don't understand that it's not just the trades, it's you too.
That's right. That's right. We get as entrepreneurs, and it can be lonely, and especially as a woman,
Mm.
and you're trying to do all the things, be all everything, and you need community. And it's a small group of us that are doing it. Seems like it's large because of maybe the circle you're in, but then why would you be lonely then? See, I want us to open up our minds to expand past what's right in front of us, ladies,
Yep.
because it's so much that we can do together and how we can expand and help women become. That's what the nonprofit's about, becoming who you choose to be and allowing yourself to be fun and free. And so you can inspire the next person, even when it gets difficult, even when it gets challenging. It's okay to be that as an entrepreneur. This is what makes us happy. This is what gives us joy when we're able to have these conversations,
Mhm.
when we're able to see another woman doing it, when we're able to say, hey, you have the power within you, and I'm here to support you.
Yep.
That's where that shift and that change comes.
100%. Thank you for that. That just opened up somebody's eyes and heart. I know that did.
You, I'm,
Let's talk about books and your book. Tell me about it. I'm getting excited.
my book is all about how I got into the male dominated world and what parts of me growing up as a child I brought into that and how it shifted and changed and how I was becoming that old person that I was coming into this job until I decided to change and to shift and become. Even when I think back, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek, a little small part. My back in the early 1900s. I know for you young people that seemed a long time ago. Was not. Don't play with me on here. Um, but my grandfather, my great grandfather, um, he was killed in a mine explosion in Alabama, and my grandfather, my father's father, lost both his legs. And when you think about women, I don't know if you know, but I know you know, Angel, about. I don't even know why I said I don't know if you know, but the
Mhm.
canaries that go into the coal mines.
Mhm.
And you think about what I do now. I am that coal mine singer. I come out and I know it's danger before it happens. So I even write about that. And they didn't hear that those canaries did not make it out to tell the
Mhm.
story. But that's what changes as us as women, the stories. We no longer have to be silently singing or coming out to talk about danger. We can speak out loud. and
Mm.
we can show up. So my book tells a lot about me and how I got here and how I became using my frameworks of thinking, feeling, and allowing myself to use my voice, which I wasn't using before.
You're using it now, girl. I'm
Yes.
excited.
Well, yes. And my brag bag. My brag bag is all in there. My brag bag is going to teach you how to show up for yourself in my book.
Oh, and I know you have a giveaway for the brag bag, huh?
Yes, I do. I have an assessment that's going to help you see where you are. Are you able to brag on yourself? Are you thinking about other people, what they think of you? Are you wondering if you fit in? You're going to stop worrying about if you're going to fit in, if you're going to show up, if you're going to allow yourself to be you. You're just going to, after taking this assessment, you're going to recognize patterns that you didn't see before and realize that you can brag on yourself and be and forgetting about all that stuff that you're conceited, you're this, you're that. You're just going to be,
Bragging.
yes. Brag bag. Open up your brag bag. You know, open up your brag bag and pull stuff out so people can see it.
And they get your bag by going where?
Oh, you get to go to www dot the skhsolutions.com and it'll pop right up and you'll see it right there for you.
Ooh, that's exciting. Thank
Yes.
you. They're gonna
Thank
love that.
you. Thank you.
All right, talk about words to live by. Give us a quote or quotes.
Okay, words to live by. Trust you. That's a big one. Believe that your value is more than your worth
Mm.
because you were born worthy. So when you're on these jobs, understand that your value is not your worth. That's
Ooh,
the most important things.
ooh, take that to heart, guys, because that one's a good one. Now, on a little lighter, even more fun side, magic wand comes down, taps you on your head, and says you can have any superpower you want for 24 hours. What's it going to be there, Samantha?
It's gonna, honey, I'm gonna meet the right man at the right time. No, I'm just
You
okay.
already
Let me
told me
read
he's 6'2" or taller, and
6 to a taller, but it's going to allow this world to be more inclusive instead of exclusive for women. That's what it's going to be. It's going to allow us to be inclusive where we can have the open conversations and we can laugh and we can get to understand each other better.
I love that one. That is great. That's one of the biggest ones I've heard because that would take a miracle, and we have miracles just waiting to happen every day.
Hey, and we are the miracles. No matter which way you look at it, turn it or twist it, it depends on how we show up in it.
So with the mic drop moment, what do you want to leave our audience with that we maybe have not spoke about yet?
Mic drop moment is you get to, you just get to be. Show up. That's the mic drop. Just show up. Nothing else. Show up.
Mhm. When you show up, just things happen.
Yeah. Honey, watch the world change when you fully show up and stop allowing the rest of the world to predict how or dictate who you should be. So show up.
I love that. So we are showing up for sure because you were the bomb, and I loved having you show up here.
I am so happy that you invited me to be here and that you allowed me to share with your audience. This was so much fun. When I tell you I enjoyed myself, thank you.
Good. I'm
Thank you.
glad. Thank you. You've made it enjoyable. Thanks, Samantha.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, Keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.